Hey guys. So I'm a little jet lagged. I just got off a very long flight, and however, I did sleep a little bit. But for some reason, our body just wants to do what our body wants to do. So I'm a little bloated, I'm a little tired. I've got a full day of work today, and I'm just trying to find my life. So I want to do this video about something that came up for me recently, and I feel like the more raw and real we can be about our own experiences, the more we can help other people feel like it's normal, feel like this is just what happens, this is life. And as you guys know, I love talking about the universe, I love talking about self-love, I love talking about alternative healing, self-healing, empowerment. And so this is going to be a big one because I think each time I do a video, I get more and more authentic about my own story, about my own experiences. And this one's big for me. So I feel like it's time to really share the truth about my own struggle that I still go through day to day. Some days not, but it's still with me. And I think it's also important to mention that everyone has a struggle that they will be with in their life. It will just get easier. And that's the point of evolution. That's the point of enlightenment. That's the point of being on this planet, to work shit out so that we can literally enlighten our lives. You're not going to be fully enlightened and still on the planet. And those few that are, they're beautiful, amazing guides. And I really think it's important to just know that everyone's on a journey. And it's how you relate to the issue that's the issue. It's how much you love yourself that you can kind of have inner peace. It's all these beautiful things that we come into help us on this journey with more grace and ease. But it is a journey. So part of my journey it popped up recently, and I was like, ooh, I got to share this because it was so raw and real and unexpected. And so recently I noticed myself in a situation where I was projecting. And at first I wasn't aware that I was projecting. Thank God I became aware very quickly, but I was projecting criticism, self-criticism, onto someone else. This other person was going through a situation that was not okay for me. And it was bringing up upset inside me. Like I was not just total judgment on them, which I realized very quickly was about me, judging myself. What self-judgment I still had within me that was being reflected onto me as an opportunity to bring it up and heal it. So that's everything, by the way. Every time that someone triggers us, it's something within us. And thank God I know that much, right? So I saw this thing that was happening with this other person, and I saw it triggering within me such judgment on them that I realized it was 100% judgment on me. And what was it? Where did it come from? And how can I use this as an opportunity to heal some past stuff? So the first thing that I did is, instead of mentalizing it and let it take over and creating actions out of this feeling, which we should never do because it creates craziness, but I did many times in the past. What I did is I brought it into my heart and I said, what am I feeling? What is this anger that is really based in pain that can then be healed? Because that's always the path, right? Where rage and anger is really just a cover of some deep pain we have. So what is the pain? So I began to feel it, and I began to cry, and I began to get really vulnerable and actually really soft and sweet, like a little girl. That's what happens because it's an old perception that we carry around about ourselves. So an opportunity to clear my perception, I really felt it, and then I heard it speak. And what it said was, it is not okay to be perfect, to not be perfect. It is not okay. Okay, so like I've always said to you guys, I am a basically reformed perfectionist, but guess what? It's still there. It's still there. It's still there if it's not totally healed. So there's layers. So as much perfection as I think I've healed in my life, there was still something in there. Still some self-judgment on being not perfect. So it was awesome. So I got to really feel it and hear it and connect with that deep, intimate part of myself. And I heard the little girl say, it's not okay to not be perfect. And so I got to talk with her. Like, it's not me. I'm now the observer. And by the way, when you become the observer of your experience, that's everything. Because you're not stuck in it. You're not acting on its behalf, on the issue's behalf. You're acting on the truth behalf, which is, how do I heal this and love this and basically unify this so that the person that I'm looking at, I can love too, because it's a reflection of you. So I heard it. It's not okay to not be perfect. And so I'm like, damn, where did this come from? Always the same place for me. And I really got to work it out more. Okay, so what is it that I think I need to make up for? What about me is not okay, so I have to be perfect? What about me is not enough, so I have to be perfect? What about me still holds a misinterpretation of, not fully accepted? What am I not accepting about myself? So it was such this amazing healing where I really got to do another layer of complete self-acceptance. And when you really accept every single thing that you are, I'm a little bit crazy, I'm a little bit messy, I'm a little bit whatever it is about you. I'm not saying that's me, but pretend it is. Whatever you think you're afraid of being judged, are you judging it? Because that's really the thing you're fearing. You're fearing you. If you judge it, you're going to reflect outside of you people that judge you for that. If you fear this about yourself, you're going to attract people that reject it in you so that that fear becomes real so that you can clear the fear. So what I had to do is this major level of self-acceptance and clearing self-judgment so that I could really see that the fear I had about others doing that really didn't exist at all. And then me doing it to that other person was gone. As soon as I saw that person as a complete and pure reflection of an issue within me about me, this massive amount of love came over the both of us. And it was as if a deep level of healing was had for all. So that's your daily dose today. Anytime you feel a judgment or an upset about someone else, really turn it around as your mirror and say, what about me am I not accepting? What about me am I judging? And how can I bring more love to this situation? That's your daily dose for today. Self-Love 101. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.